All right, if you guys wouldn't mind just rolling your a force die each, just so we can get the destiny points out. I see one dark and two dark.
Starting out strong.
And we can come over to this map in the center, just so I can explain how things have gone since the last time. Thanks for joining me again, fellas. I'm looking forward to this. As you couldn't tell, I'm trying to push the edge of what I can do with Tabletop Simulator once again. I hope this is an iterative improvement from the first session. Any questions before we begin?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good too.
Then please arm yourselves with pens and shield yourselves with graph paper as we gather on the campfire of our collective imaginations. When last we joined our adventurers, Nir had spent some time healing after a run-in with the Null Inhibitors gang. Theros confirmed that they, as a duo, were going to join Shiri Esbel on her Jedi hunt, and then Theros took the rest of the day to fix his training lightsaber, taking several hours to resolder the emitter. On the next day, Theros attempted to seek out the ruins himself through research and rumors. He could hardly dig up anything more than some trivia about the ancient Vessumite, now extinct due to the glacial comet. Nir spent his time healing, meditating, and communed with the Force to learn just that maybe that their spirit still lives on within Vessum. Once he recovered, Nir began to show his face around town some more and got to know some of the locals. He learns how little love there is for the Empire in Zakar, and got acquainted with the mercenaries Griffo and Immons that Besser introduced the duo to earlier. Of them, Immons helped Nir get a good deal on a new blaster pistol. You got that right?
Yes, I did.
During their last day, Theros breaks into Shiri Esbel's apartment and slices some good information from the ruins location and her previous bounty off of her datapad. And now you can tell that it has been a long journey for her from Zolan, and her motives are still unclear beyond her desire to become an Imperial peacekeeper. Here on the map, Theros already knows where Shiri Esbel intends on taking him. That's that fourth mountain from the bottom left. Straight on the map, it's about 3,200 kilometers from Zakar to the Vessumite Temple, if you could fly. To make up for that is the shape of the glacial ocean, which would add at least another 600 kilometers. Despite this, the world is round, and Shiri tells you that you're going to be going north. While you're on the roads, you can go about 100 kilometers per hour safely. She prefers to travel safely, staying along that way, but are you trying to encourage her to go more quickly or anything?
Nah.
Yeah, no. Just along for the ride at this point.
And so, with the sun of Vessum beating down upon you, you take the road northwards to the Oasis Creek, and there you turn northeast, following Civilization's trail off-road towards Oasis Junction. There, you are able to find a quiet and inconspicuous place to rest for the night, hoping to continue your journey undetected in the morning. Is there anything you maybe want to do in Oasis Junction? Do you want like a little description of it or anything?
Maybe just a real quick overview. I
Yeah.
don't think there's anything I want to do, but more just to recall for later, maybe.
Yeah, sure. This is a bustling town that is a convergence of Oasis Creek and multiple train tracks. It owes its existence to the lifeline of water, but is only able to offer so many trade opportunities and foster a sense of community through its role as a gateway that the Empire has bolstered up to other regions of Vessum. So they do have some stronger Imperial presence here in Oasis Junction than they did in Zakar, but largely it's because of the train running through it.
Okay. I think with the increased Imperial presence, I will probably keep more to ourselves.
Yep.
The next day, you leave early, and because you're going off into the sands, you need to drive more slowly to account for that rougher terrain. Vessum is generally desert. Where I put that first X-34 was your first stop. That next X-34 is your second stop. And I just that's like a little measurement marker, like that where it says feet and feet. So if you guys wanted to measure things, it's about 25, I guess, feet is 200 miles, which is about 360 kilometers. So if you guys wanted to do some planning later on, that's kind of what you could try to use, or if you just wanted to fidget around and think about Vessum some more. Either way, you stop at the edge of the proper desert.
All right.
Further from the center of civilization on this planet is a vast ocean of loose sand. And not quite like quicksand, but either way, it's rougher on your land speeder than a regular road would be for sure. and even more so than just this off-roading. It's been pulverized by wind and the centuries after the impact. So after this, you need to spend your nights sleeping on your land speeder.
Okay.
So for 3 days and night, piloting for 8 hours each, you cross the pulverized desert sea. Shiri has to lay sideways on her GSA swoop bike as you guys are sharing the land speeder, so I'm going to ask for a resilience check.
Okay.
Difficulty 2. I'm also going to mention Theros was starting with a little bit of strain from the downtime encounters, and we're just kind of like, it was supposed to be like you have the weight of guilt of breaking into her place, and you've just been spending days with her, trying to keep it to yourself.
Okay. I got 2 successes on my resilience.
I got two failures and an advantage.
2 successes means that you're going to be fine with this, while the 2 failures and advantage, I'm going to give you a setback die and 2 strain, as the hot Vessum sun is assaulting you guys. I'm gonna roll for Shiri too. And she also does fine. She morphs her skin so that she's a bit more sun resistant. At the midpoint of the 4th day, Shiri pings you all on the comms, which you're using to stay in communication while you're all on the road together in your separate vehicles, and directs you up a particular dune. The notes that Theros pirated from Shiri went about this far, and you can tell that if you had come here by yourself, you still would have had to spend time combing the area to find the entrance, due to the unpredictable nature of the dunes. And that'll bring us to this map in the northwest. Which one of you is driving?
Probably me. Nir.
So we can say that this has a European side for piloting. So you're on the right side already. Oh yes, thank you for bringing those boosts over. Buried in a valley of silicon is a coliseum with 8 broken pillars and 2 stones with weathered metal attached to them. You park your vehicles at the top of a ridge and feel a Vessum star beating down upon you. A flying creature soars high above, circling as though waiting for its next meal. Where do you begin? Shiri gets off of her land speeder, and basically it's more sturdy here than it was in the rest of the ocean.
Nir will get out and just like, do a big stretch and just kind of, affirm his footing on the more firm sand. Be like, man, this is a ways out.
A Jedi wouldn't want to hide just in a city. Imagine if they were in Zakar. That would be like so dangerous for them.
Would be pretty foolish. And it's
And
not
it's
like
kinda-
you've hidden your, livid to, hunt Jedi from anyone. So they'd have to be absolutely foolish to cross you.
She giggles and starts to slide down the ridge.
Follow.
I'll slide down behind her. And as we're like coming up, like and getting to the bottom of the ridge, I just kind of be like, "Hey Shiri, what do you know about this place?"
The little bit I do know, because the Vessumites they didn't speak Basic. So in their language, I suppose it was called the Temple of Ebb and Flow. Something about water worship. It seems funny considering we're in the middle of a desert.
Well, middle of a desert. What is there to worship but water?
You might think they'd worship the sun or the moon or something. That's pretty common in a lot of world faiths. Are you guys investigating any particular part of this?
I'm just kind of seeing if there is, in general, anything interesting, or if it just kind of looks like this place is abandoned for a while.
It definitely seems like it was abandoned, and after the comet hit, the sands came up and claimed a large portion of it.
I'm mostly just like scanning the like basically the whole like edge of the Colosseum. There's a lot of probably places where people could hide and in order to get the drop on somebody. So I'm probably just
So you
being
guys
extra
can
careful.
roll a perception against 2 difficulty.
4 successes, 1 threat.
Well, I'll give the 4 suggested description. For the 1 threat, I'm going to cancel out one of those boost dice. So the 4 things you see are, first of all, that as you get closer, all of the broken pillars reveal there's a transparent core. There's 8 pillars in all, and 3 of them are unbroken, but the broken ones appear to have a transparent core that goes deep into the sand. The 3 that are unbroken reveal imagery of water and the moon and fungi. The water and the moon are different on the 3 pillars that are there, as though the planet Vessum was an egg, and the water was moving around it in relation to the moon.
Okay.
Then the 2 stones on the west and eastern side, one of them just has chains holding a loose ulna and radius by one of the rusty manacles, defying the millennia of harsh weather, while the eastern one seems to have a crushed cage with a more intact skeleton inside. The skeleton is humanoid, though it appears to have a different leg structure than you two. It's more like a wolf's leg, where it's on its tippy toes, and it's got a very long foot bone, and the head has a strong, ridged, flat portion in the forehead.
Imagine it looks like nothing I've seen before.
Indeed. You might want to roll xenology.
Did you want me to add that setback?
Let's
So that
use
perception roll?
that setback right now.
Okay.
And what difficulty would
3
that?
successes.
This is going to be a 2 difficulty with 2 setback, because very little is known about this place. This place, in theory, would be an archaeological gold mine to anybody who was a lore seeker. However, your character, I'm going to give you 1 strain as the sun is starting to get to you.
Okay.
Can't figure out anything except that this must have been a Vessumite prisoner. And Nir sees the same things as you do, except as he was checking along the seats, he notices that the seats also have transparent portions. Like there's not really a pattern to it, but every once in a while, the seat is transparent, and that also goes deep down into the sands. And because you both passed it all, you also notice looks like a doorway to the east that is filled with rubble.
You said you've been out here before?
Not to this one, no.
They have pillars like this at the other ones too?
No, I don't think I ever said came to the ruins. I've just been researching them, mostly books, tomes, holocrons.
How'd you come about hearing about the...
It was the wake that the Rhodian left as he was searching. As he was in the different towns of Vessum, he was really searching for old Vessumite things. Seemed like he was going off as he was a historian himself, trying to figure out some things of this dead species. And people kind of remember that kind of stuff, because it really sticks out. Nobody's walking around talking about even things 100 years ago. Why go for things from thousands of years ago?
I'll kind of move over this way towards the entrance and just kind of examine what we're dealing with.
A few of the pieces of rubble have clear signs of lightsaber scarring on them, as though it was a full door, and then it was broken into using a lightsaber, and then reassembled from the inside to blockade it.
Huh.
And I'm trying to do this, what you see is what you get. So if there's anything else on the map that's there, and you point it out, your character's investigating it, and I've got stuff for you.
Okay.
What about this this pit right here?
That was one of the stones.
Oh, okay.
That was the one with the cage with the mostly full skeleton.
Okay. Alright, then I go ahead and approach the rubble as well.
I'll just kind of like glance at Theros and kind of...
Definitely looks like we have some lightsaber scarring on here.
Oh yeah, I hope that this is a blind cave in there, so that if that's it, he's already trapped. We got him, right boys?
Yeah.
Easy.
And I'm gonna put on my little data goggles or whatever that lets me see in the dark.
Sure, you put on your scatter goggles, and you guys can make an athletics roll. She's gonna put her back into it too, trying to clear this rubble. Difficulty 1 red, 1 purple.
1 success, 1 threat.
1 success, 1 threat.
Alright, so I'm going to give you guys both 1 setback on your next roll. She actually doesn't help as much as she tries to. She gets 0 successes, 0 advantages, but you clear out the scorched rubble. Alright, this next portion, I gave it so that your minis have a directional point of view. So I'm going to put them there first. And like, so when you're moving around, you're going to need to left click them to pick them up and use Q and E to kind of rotate them as you're moving to make sure you're looking in that direction. It's not going to match perfectly how they're facing. I haven't figured out how to make the FOV match the token perfectly, but mostly focus on the beam coming from your character.
Okay.
I love tabletop simulator.
Sometimes. As soon as you enter, there is an uncharacteristic chill on the inside, despite the beating heat, and everybody needs to make a fear save. This is going to be discipline. It would normally be against 2 purple, but I'm going to spend both those dark side points to make it 1 red, 1 purple. 1 challenge, 1 difficulty. Difficulty and a setback from...
Oh, and a setback. Okay. So I have 1 success, 1 threat.
And we got 2 failures. So the failures and the advantage... With the advantage, you probably want to get a little bit of strain back. With that threat, I'm going to give you a setback to your next action. So I'm just putting that forward. The failure is going to cause you 5 conflict, as fear is one of the roots to the dark side.
5 conflict, you said?
5 conflict. You definitely feel like this is a place of death, as though the Colosseum was merely a focus point for what is clearly a larger convergence of the Force. You can expect things to follow unusual rules in some portions of this area.
It's gonna shiver a bit and just be like, well, this place seems cheery.
And you can feel free to explore. The floor is submerged in a couple feet of sand. You can tell that from the walls. It's supposed to be a hard cut stone region, but it has allowed entry from the elements for thousands of years.
I'm not gonna quickly move across the gap on the left. Move up. Just kind of peek down that way. I'm gonna kind of feel like we should probably do this like clearing style, I would imagine.
You're saying you want to split up?
No, just like cover the rooms closest to the entrance and work our way deeper rather than
That for here.
probably pull
Sure,
pull
yeah.
back.
Down here, all I saw was a pool. Looks like there's some jugs there.
Is there anything in the bowl that's like more or less in front?
So there is not, like, it's fully evaporated. The pool of water seems to have been protected from most of the atmosphere, as opposed to, like, it would be much deeper if it wasn't for the sand coming in. Potty around it, again, a little direct value. The largest of these jars smells like vinegar, likely ancient wine that's spoiled and evaporated in the absence of a civilization to enjoy it. The rest are empty, although the 3 smaller jugs are of similar size. The largest of those 3 has 8 dots on it. The next has 5. The third has 3. And then the ones with 8 and 5 dots have 4 rings around their rims each, suggesting there's maybe a puzzle or a game involved in this.
I'll just kind of look at Theros and just be like, how much are we wanting to get distracted here?
Not that distracted. Maybe we can, if nothing else, we can come back and see if, I don't know. All I know is if we don't find anything in this cave, I'm not super excited about getting directly into the speeder, so we might have some free time until nightfall.
True.
Shiri says similarly that she's not really interested in any relics you guys are going to find. She's really here for the Jedi. You thinking this pathway to the left, or you want to go straight ahead?
This pathway to the left.
I'll kind of hang back a bit. I'm just like, still within easy support range, but I'm trying to make sure nothing like gets out behind us.
Is there anything right here?
No, just a little divot.
Okay. No. Kind of just walk in here and pretend like I'm inspecting this to see if Shiri walks past me.
She has just kind of goggles on as well, and she does walk past a little bit. It's around here. She shushes you guys, like turns around, covers her lips, and quietly. Then she peeks her head around, and she says she sees something low, kind of tube-looking things. Looks like there's some snakes ahead.
Nir turns around and runs out screaming.
Do we want this way? Paddle by.
Kind of cutting out a bit.
But like in a lower voice, Theros would be like, do you think the Padawan would have gone this way if these creatures are over here, or should we maybe try another avenue first?
Shiri is looking at them. And she's like zooming in and out with her scan goggles, and she says, "I think they're dead. So we probably went this way."
Okay. Lead on. God.
And there you can see the first of these snakes. And as you said, there's a serpent that clearly has its own lightsaber wounds. That block to the north, that's just me like making sure you guys, there's nothing that direction. It's like the map that I have has a pathway. I covered it up. It's going to happen a few times. She checks it out. This part, she does seem interested in. She is a hunter as well as a bounty hunter. You guys have snakes this big on your planet? I think Theros probably does if he's from Dathomir. Well, I'm not sure about Nir.
Nir would definitely not.
I've definitely seen some creatures strange like this. I don't know if I've seen a snake in particular this size.
Well, he's dispatched a few of them. She gestures further in. You want to go that way, or it looks like Nir's looking south?
I'm just watching our backs.
I think at this point, continuing forward probably be the best option.
She nods and says, "We should try to be quiet, though." And then it takes a stealthy stance.
Okay. I will also take a stealthy stance.
Same.
Everybody roll just straight stealth.
You still want me to use my setback, right?
Yeah, so let's use that up.
Zero successes, 3 advantages.
0 success, 2 advantage.
So it looks like we're going to have, you guys each get a boost on your next thing, and there is 3 boosts in the pool.
Okay. And then I use 2 of my advantages for that boost, and then can I use 1 to take away some strain?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's not me.
So who got the 2 successes?
I think that was...
that was Shiri.
Yeah, that was Shiri.
Well, she's got no proficiency in that either. All right, so you guys kind of like crunch along into the sand. Which direction are you going?
I think we were going to continue going this way.
So you're letting her lead?
Yep.
Another dead snake?
Okay. It's like Blue's Clues. If you press R, you'll lift it above. Nope. And then another hopefully dead snake?
Yes, indeed. And it seems to open up here. Make a perception roll. Difficulty 2 purple.
2 purple for perception. 0 successes, 3 advantages.
Do you guys want to throw a boost die in there too? Because I remember you
Sure.
roll a boost die each.
I already added mine.
You added yours.
That you mentioned before.
Oh, so you used one out of the pool as well?
No, as a war leader, I get a boost on all
Nice.
perception checks.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see if I can get a success with this boost. I have 3. No, well, I have 5 advantages.
Yeah, so you guys might want to recover your strain or...
Yeah, I'm going to recover my strain, and then I'll add 2 boost die.
I'm gonna
Alright.
keep the boosts as well.
So you got 4 in the pool, it looks like. So you guys don't notice anything happen in the darkness, but you do hear slithering to the south.
To the south. And is this south?
This way, like
okay.
yours was like
yeah.
southwest.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw both of my blasters.
We'll continue to pretend like I have no weapon. Yeah. Guess so if we still have living snakes to the south, that means the Jedi probably didn't go that way, so it's probably better to keep heading east.
Sounds good to me.
I'm just like watching our backs as we go.
Here it splits. There's one north path and a southern path.
Is there any like footprints in the ground, anything like that?
Roll survival is going to be 1 red, 1 purple.
1 red, 1 purple. Ooh, my survival's a lot fucking better than I thought it was. All right. Purple. Also add 1 of our boosts to that. Three successes, 2 advantages. And I'll put that boost right back.
With 3 successes, you do see footprints. They seem to actually be going in all directions, but they're leading from where you came from, and then seem to, like, the direction goes north first.
North first. And that's where we'll go.
They lead then east from there.
I assume. Only
Yes.
one way.
Further east. And then south.
South. And have we heard any more slithering, anything like that?
The slithering got more quiet.
Okay, good.
The more eastern south, yes.
Okay.
And then down that path to
Okay.
the western.
Oh, this way.
Oh, that way? Okay.
Here you see that the footprints went in, and then you see fresher footprints that came out from where you were, and then go down the other path you were taking.
Okay. So that's odd. Well,
Can I examine this area?
You can examine this area. Go ahead, roll perception. I need to move this token now because you guys didn't succeed on your stealth checks. This could be a perception 2 difficulty.
Three success, 3 threat.
I'll use those threat to cancel 2 of your boost dice. With the successes, you can tell somebody has been sleeping here for at least a couple days.
I'll kind of point that out to the others. Like, I can imagine this would be a safer place to sleep, given that it's, you know, kind of boxed in, got some cover to it.
You see some remains of snake, as though that's what they were subsisting on.
Lovely.
And then the path leads further south here.
alright.
When you look in, the sand kind of stops piling up this deep in. And on the other side, it appears to be an industrial kind of mining operation.
Okay.
On the other side, you do hear the grinding of metal.
It's odd.
You think it'd be inactive? Unless they've got something automatic that survived the centuries.
Well, this keeps getting more fun.
And you come into, as I said, a mining operation. This part appears to be metallic treads that travel in the direction of the arrows, they're not currently moving. It doesn't seem to be this is where the clanking is coming from, but this is some type of conveyance.
Okay.
And it does look like ancient technology rather than like more modern.
Yes, it does. It does appear to be the Star Wars equivalent of the Bronze Age.
Okay.
Let's make another perception check. This is going to be against one challenge, one difficulty.
I have 3 successes, an advantage, and a despair.
I'm gonna add one of those to mine.
And now we can move to these trays that are just to the east of this map, so we don't have to go back and forth.
Okay.
3 successes for me.
So you guys both hear the activation of a lightsaber to the far southwest of where you are currently. With the despair, I need to do a little something.
Does Shiri seem to notice it? Like, does
Shiri does perk up and also hear the lightsaber sound. So who had the despair? Yeah, I wish that these roller told me who just rolled that.
Me. So Theros.
As Theros is looking around, a well-wrapped humanoid approaches you from the south, turning a corner, and we have to roll initiative.
You can moonwalk, though. Alright.
This is going to be vigilance.
There's no difficulty on advantage or on
Right.
initiative, right? Okay. I have one advantage added to my vigilance checks, so
Yeah, so I got 5 advantage.
1 success.
Oh, actually, I got 6 advantage because I also... Don't we also get another one? No, wait, never mind. That is with the armor. Never mind. Coercion checks. So yeah, I got 4 advantages.
Nice. I'm going to make Shiri green and this guy black.
I'm just gonna, like, as we see this, I'm gonna, like, say over the, like, kind of whisper quietly over our comm links, just be like, we need to stay quiet.
Oh, shouldn't I be over here? Shouldn't I be right there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, initiative is set. So, it's going to be either of you guys, and then it's going to be... I'm reading the wrong direction. It's going to be Shiri, then the monster, and then you guys.
Okay.
Shiri is going to put her arm out and try to shoot it with her dart launcher.
Where is Shiri? Is she actually over here?
Yeah, she's next to us.
What is this black space?
So all that black space is floor.
Okay.
So you can walk anywhere it's black, except for the places where I put blocks to stop you from moving through it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She does hit it, and she does triumph. I'm going to use that triumph as a critical strike.
And her darts are pretty quiet, I assume, right?
Yeah, they're totally whisper quiet. This is our first time seeing a crit. So the easiest way, I have a crit deck. We just shuffle it and pull whatever it is. And it is off balance, giving it a setback to its next skill check. She hits it, and it doesn't seem to respond to what you have surmised is a powerful toxin that she keeps in her dart launchers. Then it is going to approach Theros and attack.
And then I do have 1 melee defense.
Thank you. So it's 2 purple, 1 setback, 1 success, 2 advantage. I forgot to roll a additional setback on that, so I'm going to roll a setback right now. So 1 success, 1 advantage. It hits. That's going to be 9 damage.
9 damage? Okay.
9 damage.
So I take 5. Alright.
It pummels you with rock hard fists. And then it's your guys' turn. Who's going next?
I'll let Nir go.
Okay. Yeah, it was a lot of damage. I think Nir is probably just going to, can I use... Am I in engagement range with him right now, or is it just like short range? Or...
It's short range.
Okay. I think I'd like to use a maneuver to like fall back a bit.
Sure, we'll maneuver to get to the edge of short range. I would say because it's within the same short range, it's not even a full maneuver yet, unless you go like where the setback die is or further on the corner. You can stay within that range band and just be flavor text.
Okay. I'll just back up a bit, and I'm gonna holster my pistol, and then I would like to, I guess, as my maneuver, and then draw my combat knife
that I have, and I feel like that's my maneuver and my action, right?
It could be your maneuver, and you could spend your action for a second maneuver to like draw, like put down and draw.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what
It's up to you if you also wanted to spend 2 strain to get that second maneuver, and you still have your action.
I don't really know what I would do from short range with my knife, so I think I'm just gonna wait.
Sure. And then back to the top, it's Shiri. Shiri.
I'm just going to move
okay.
to medium range. That's all I'm going to do on my turn.
All right.
Take a maneuver to move to medium range.
Big run back, and let's put that a little further. Right there.
Okay.
We're on the edges of the tabletop simulator, so the movement might get a little bit weird. I tried to stay within the constraints. Once we get deeper in, it should resolve itself. And Shiri is going to then take out her actual blaster and start blasting.
Nir lets out a deep sigh.
She's a pretty good shot. So let's see. Let's do another critical hit. Because it suffered 1 critical hit already, if it was still suffering that one, this would have an additional +10, it's called, to its critical hit range. And for the easy way, I would just grab my expanded critical hit deck and just like throw it on there before I shuffle. But she doesn't get to do this because it's a different round, basically. It's a head ringer, which is going to give it upgraded difficulty on intellect and cunning for the encounter, but this one stays, so next time anybody crits on it, we'll get the +10.
Okay.
She also does substantial damage and actually does wounded a little bit. You guys can tell that it seems to not follow the normal rules of living flesh, as it soaks up a majority of its damage despite having a hole blown in its head. And yeah, it's going to attack her. She has a defensive 1. 4 successes, 10 advantages. She yells as it breaks a part of her arm's armor, and she gets pummeled to the ground significantly, but does not die. Then it's either of you guys' turn.
Alright. Theros, seeing her fall to the ground, he will pull out his hidden pistol as a maneuver. He starts to aim at the zombie, lowers the pistol, and stims himself to heal 5 wounds.
Nice. So I did actually make a stim pack icon. You can go ahead and put that on your board.
Okay.
Okay.
Next.
And Nir would probably move into engagement range with his maneuver, and then try to make an attack with his knife.
It's going to be 2 difficulty. It has no defense.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm not super great at this. Yeah.
So
That is one success.
one advantage.
Yeah, 1 success, 1 advantage.
I didn't read it.
Yeah, I don't know why it didn't.
Oh, it took too long. Weird. Okay, it's saying 2 success, 1 advantage, and a triumph, but you don't have any.
Yeah, that's definitely not what I rolled.
All right. Either way,
Like,
1
so it looks like it
success,
is-
1
yeah.
advantage. So you do hit. What's the damage on the knife plus your strength?
So my brawn is 2. Equipment.
It'll probably be a +1.
Yeah, +1.
You don't do enough damage to break through it. It seems like its flesh is petrified as you try to assault it with your knife.
It's like, Jesus. Okay. I don't know who Jesus is, but okay.
He surrounds us, he binds.
They say cheesy crazy around here. It refers to the chosen one.
Okay, well, that's that then.
All right, so back to the top. It's going to be her. She is going to stim pack herself. She has a quick draw, so she just pulls it off of her side and uses the maneuver to eject it. And then she's going to attack with her blaster pistol, despite being so close. Oh, I'm sorry. I was using one of your guys' rollers for
I
it.
mean, whatever.
This is not her boost dice. She does hit. The 2 threats going to stress her out a little bit, and at the same time as you hear the blaster fire, you can hear the lightsaber fighting deeper in, as though there's another combat going on in the same area. She hits it again, like it's just barely injured. It does blow off additional part of its mass, but it is still standing. Then its turn. It's going to press the attack on her.
Oh, okay, a setback.
So it hits her hard, and it's also going to use the advantage to critical hit against her. She loses her free maneuver into the end of the encounter. She is hamstrung. And it's a good thing she used that stim pack. You guys can tell that she is critically injured at this point. Either of you goes next.
You said I heard the lightsaber. Like, sounds like there's lightsaber combat going on further down this way.
But also further west, around here.
Then I still need her. Alright, I'm going to attempt to shoot with my blaster.
1 difficulty.
Okay,
Real quick, hey, can I go first?
sure.
I'm going to use my maneuver to move to short range from engagement, and then I'd like to use my action to fire with my offhand blaster.
Sure.
Um,
There's 1 boost in the pool right now.
I don't think I'll need it. It's just 2 difficulty, or is
It'll
it
be,
1?
it'll be 1 difficulty because you're in short range.
Okay, and is this thing immune to force powers?
It is not immune to force powers. Good question.
Okay.
It's
then
not a droid.
I get a boost to that for prescient shot. 4 success, 3 advantage.
What's the crit on your blaster?
Let me see. This was just the normal blaster pistol, not a fancy one. It is 3. 3 advantage. So
Would you like to critical?
sure, why not?
I'm going to bring this deck over so you can pull it.
Okay, and it's 6 damage up front.
Did it just do something weird?
Yeah, it looks like the deck like disappeared. It seems.
So yeah, he did 10 damage with that. So that's good.
I'm going to make these ignore the fog of war, and that's going to help.
Here, I can just come over here. There's this 20 card deck, right?
Let me put on some first.
Okay.
All right, hit R over it a couple times to shuffle.
Mhm.
And draw one.
Name.
It's maimed. You're going to blast off or ruin one of its limbs.
Okay. And yeah, I'd definitely like to go for one of those arms that's been bludgeoning the shit out of people. Yeah. Like I said, it was and it's 6 damage and then plus the 4 successes, right?
Yes, and so now you
Okay,
have
and-
removed the most damage, done the most wounds to it, and you can tell that it's starting to become significantly injured at this point. It is crumbling from your assault.
There it is.
Now, I will take a shot. Not challenge. Remove that. 1 difficulty.
I just wanted to get out from next to it.
Oh! Oh no! I thought I was gonna get a success. Oh well.
You do miss, but like you kind of like disorient it. What are you spending that advantage on?
I'll put 2 boost die in. Oh, did we have another boost or?
Yeah, there was one more boost.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Can I add a boost?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
So
you
never mind.
You do hit. That's
I'm
5
So I'm gonna
advantage.
add 1 boost and then do a crit.
Awesome. So what's the damage with that attack?
It is. I believe it will end up being 6. Yes, that'll be 6 damage.
One second, I just need to make a new deck. Draw. So let's flip it, shuffle it. Let's see what you get.
Find that really satisfying. Sorry.
It is
And then what?
satisfying.
Press F to flip it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to pick it up. There we go.
Horrific something or other. Horrific injury.
If you just hold Alt as you mouse over, that'll zoom in.
1d10 to determine which of the target's characteristics is affected by 1 to 3 for brawn, 4 to 6 for agility, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I gotta roll a 1d10. I'll go over here where my 1d10 is. That is going to be a 6.
Six is agility.
So it takes a -1 to agility.
And you crumble it a little bit more as you leave a large gaping hole in, I'm going to say its spine area. It starts to lose stability. And then it's Shiri's turn.
Oh, I am then going to... So I'm in short range. How far do I have to move for medium range?
It would be another band, but in the direction you're going, that would put you all the way out of this tunnel.
Okay, then I guess that is what it is. Let's go.
You could aim if you have that extra maneuver.
Oh, sure. I'll aim.
So that will give you a boost personally on
Okay,
your
sweet.
next attack.
Okay.
All right. Shiri is going to escape. She pants and she says that she isn't ready to die and runs by you guys. There we go. And now it's the mummy's turn. It's going to drag itself over to Nir. What's your defense?
His will be the same as mine. He'll have a 1 melee defense.
Are you spending a destiny point or anything to make it harder for him?
Where do I get the 1 melee defense from?
Probably
The
your armor.
crash armor.
Oh, then
Oh, actually, you might
Yeah,
not have
I
that. I
don't.
think okay, no. That's right, I put a mod on mine.
So no defense.
let me double check.
And where are our destiny points at?
You've
Or-
got 2 light side points. Those are closer to the first
okay.
tray.
Okay. Well, I feel like you should definitely use that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one of those.
And so yeah, that's going to upgrade his difficulty once. He fails to hit you, but is harrying you as he's going to put a boost onto his next action. And then it's either of you.
All right. First, this time, can I still see Shiri?
You can.
Okay. I'm going to follow her, and then I'm going to I'm going to shoot her.
Your call. So she's in short range from you. She's running, so you will get a setback.
Okay.
And she has a defensive 1, so that's another setback.
Okay.
You want to use that boost we have?
Yeah, I was thing. And then 1 difficulty.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you give up the ruse, but you do get a lot of advantage. What are you spending those 5 on? You can't crit if you don't do damage.
Yeah, I'm going to give 1 to give a boost to Nir's next, and then I'll add 2 more boosts to the pool. And then, can I strain myself to run after her more?
You could give yourself 2 strain to maneuver, but I don't think you need to, because you can just maneuver, right?
Didn't I maneuver?
Oh yeah, you aimed.
Oh, I did that last time.
Oh, but you aimed at him, so that aim would have been lost.
Oh, okay.
What does the accurate trait do?
Gives you a boost.
Should give you a boost.
Okay.
Okay. Well, okay. So yeah, I would have to. I'm gonna take a strain because I did aim at her because I didn't realize that. So I'll just take 2 strain, and I'm going to run after her.
It's being weird, so let's just keep your tokens in place and say that you guys are at the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, and I'll be like, "Don't run, traitor!" And just kind of like I'm like kind of keeping the ruse that like I'm only shooting at her because she's running away.
Interesting. Okay, roll a deception. Let me pull up what her cool is. Against two challenge and 1 difficulty.
God dang. Let's see, I don't think I have anything in deception that helps me. Yeah, whatever. Two successes, 2 advantages, and I will use those advantages to take away my strain.
Nice. Well spent. She yells back. She's not running away. She's just trying not to die. She's really trying to defend her position. This is not a retreat. This is a tactical skirmishing advance.
You're just gonna leave us to die?
We haven't all been hit yet. It's someone's turn.
Yeah, I know. I'm just yelling that at her, and then it'll be Nir's turn.
Is she still in short range from me?
She'll be in medium range from you.
Okay. Let me see here real quick. Okay. So what would the defense be on a shot against her at medium range?
It's going to
Like
be
what?
2 difficulty and a setback because she has defense.
Okay, I'm going
and another
to.
setback because she was running.
If you want to use those those boosts, sir, you may.
You have to use one of them, others disappear.
So
yeah, you already have one,
yeah,
but there's 2
yeah.
more. So if you want to use those as well.
Yeah, this is the one that he gave me.
Yep.
I am going to use my maneuver to holster my knife. I'm going to take 2 strain to get the additional maneuver to draw my other pistol. So I've got both pistols out now. And I'm going to shoot at her with both my pistols.
So we'll increase the difficulty one more time. So 3 purple.
Okay.
And are you using any of these 2 boosts?
Yeah, I'm going to use both of the boosts.
And you still need to put your actual skill dice in there.
Yep, and then I get 1 boost from Prescient Shot.
Nice. Yeah, she's definitely not
then-
immune.
A lot of dice.
Feels good.
2 success,
2
5
successes,
advantage.
5 advantage.
Ah! Oh, and you can spend 2 of those to shoot her again. Dummy, stupid idiot.
Okay.
First good dual wield shots. Yeah, what are you using those advantage for? It's been suggested that you crit and hit again.
So let's see.
Hello. Oh,
So for my X30 Lancer, which is my main pistol, it takes 4 to crit.
gotcha. So you could just do the one and then recover some strain. I mean, you could do the extra attack and recover strain, or you could do a crit and recover strain.
Oh, real quick. So I had this one has the accurate trait. I don't think I included that.
Sure, if you want to clear it and add another boost.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
2 successes, 5 advantage.
All right. So how many do I have to spend in order to hit her with the other blast?
It's 2.
Okay.
And you can only buy that once.
I'll take 2 to hit her with the second blaster, and I'll crit with the second blaster because it only takes 3.
Oh, nice. Good combo there. All right, let's get your crit deck.
is that how dual wielding works? You just automatically hit with the second one?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was you know what, Harrison? That was great. That was great thinking, because that's not what I was thinking.
I'm really scared about how this guy's going to hit me next turn, but that's fine.
But how much damage did you just do to her?
Well, we'll see. Hopefully it's enough.
Shuffle it a lot.
It's R to shuffle, right?
Yeah.
Winded, so she cannot spend strain to do anything.
So that means she lost her free movement, and now she can't strain to run more?
Correct. And she's knocked unconscious by the 2 shots, so you bring her beyond her wound threshold.
Awesome. Because, yeah, the blaster pistol is 6, and then the X30 is 5 with 2 soak. Or pierce 2.
Oh, the Pierce 2 especially, yeah. So she is severely injured. Back to the
Okay.
Yeah, good round. Who's the traitor, really?
I mean, she's been talking about how foolish it would be for us to exist this entire time.
So she's going to roll resilience to resist bleeding out. She self-stabilizes as a claw at her body pulls itself in unusual ways. And then it's the mummy's turn. It's going to attack Nir.
See, I should have named my character Far. And it'd be Nir and Far.
Are you doing anything to modify this? I have the one setback for your defense.
Can we use the other destiny point? Are you okay with that?
Yep, I'm
Okay.
fine with that.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Ah!
It gets you. That's 12 damage.
Ooh. Okay. I got 4 soak, so that's 8 wounds.
The mummy thrashes Nir. He collides against the crates in this area right next to you, and he's able to stand back up, but he is clearly suffering from the combat so far. It's your guys' turns.
I'll let Nir go first.
I'm going to use my maneuver to disengage to short range. And then try to blast it with both pistols.
Difficulty 1.
So I have my boost from prescient shot, my boost from accurate, and then normal skill shot. 2 success, 2 advantage.
What do you spend that advantage on?
I think I'm going to use that to hit with the other blaster pistol.
Which was necessary. So what's the total damage between your 2 blasters?
So the first one is 5 damage with Pierce 2. And then the other one is just a flat 6 damage.
So so you get an additional 2 damage on top of the successes. Do you get
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be 8 plus 5.
Yeah, bitches.
13 with Pierce.
You knocked
2.
him down. Would you like to describe how you destroy the last of this mummy?
I'll just probably, I guess, just put the other 2 shots just like right into his core, and then breathe heavily with relief.
That's the end of combat. You also hear a similar thud and the sound of a lightsaber deactivating in that far wall, and hurried footsteps.
Does it sound like it's towards or away from us?
Away from you.
Okay. I'm going to
deal
go.
with Shiri.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over. And I'm going to see if Shiri brought any of the fancy things that I found in her apartment, like the lightsaber or any of the parts, crystals, anything like that.
She does have the usual pack, which is like those little trinkets inside of it, and the working lightsaber. The rest of it you can assume is on her speeder bike.
Okay.
She does have 2 stim packs left.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take those.
Nir's gonna walk up and put a blaster bolt in her head.
Yep.
All right, you guys can both take 10 conflict for killing a sentient being.
Okay. We didn't have an option, but you know, sometimes war corrupts. All right. I mean, yeah, Theros doesn't even react to it. He just keeps going searching. Do you have your fighting style yet?
Yes,
Here.
I do.
I hand you the lightsaber.
It's a basic lightsaber, and you were probably told before that it has a yellow crystal inside of it.
Okay.
The crystal's mine, but you can take it for now.
He just laughs at you. This deal. All right. So is it just a basic lightsaber or a lightsaber?
Basic lightsaber.
Okay. It's weird that those are like distinguished.
Yeah. And of course, I will go ahead and also take her backpack.
We can go
as long as it doesn't over encumber me, I guess.
No, we can go through all the gear she has at another time, but you successfully loot the corpse.
Yeah. I just take the stuff. I'm not really even looking through it. I was like, yep, lightsaber, here you go. Any crystals? Nope, sweet. Put the backpack on, and now we're walking away.
Oh, so what gear did she have, like, just as her, like, active gear, like armor, guns, like, stuff that might be useful for, like, later combat here?
She has
like the dart launcher.
She has padded armor, and the dart launcher, and a heavy blaster pistol.
Okay.
I think I will take that heavy blaster pistol.
Okay.
Also, for melee fighting, she has a molecular stiletto.
I'm sorry, the what?
Molecular stiletto. So it's like a very a super molecularly thin spike.
Huh. I'm not even. I'm not gonna really worry about that stuff
You
right
just
now. I'm just
throw
gonna.
that stuff like in the bag, and then
Yep. I get the
that
second
and the dart
blaster,
launcher.
and that's it. And then I kind of keep on walking on.
Now, I'm going to move her token just because it's like a light source for me.
Oh, okay.
But you guys now have to lead this by yourselves.
Okay, I'm gonna take a moment and stim pack myself.
All
Use
right.
one of mine.
Go ahead and take that stim pack token.
Here. -5.
Oh, and she had her data pad on her.
She did
Another
have
thing
she
that-
did have her data pad on her. Yes.
Okay, sweet.
I now have 4 stim packs. Okay. I'm just gonna look at Theros and be like, and point and be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Corpse.
If you want to analyze it, it's going to be a lore 2 difficulty.
I think we should worry more about possibly getting our other Jedi friend.
Yeah, I won't take the time to do that. I'm curious, but we need to go. I'm gonna keep both my blaster pistols out though, as we proceed.
It seems like the metal grinding sound has stopped, at the same time as your mutual combats.
Okay.
Can we try to stealth again, or is that kind of a lost cause at this point?
You can try to stealth because even if they know you're here, they don't necessarily know where you are.
Okay.
That's going to be against 2 challenge and 1 difficulty. The Jedi are notoriously perceptive.
Is he resistant against force abilities?
He's not immune.
Dang. 1 failure.
1 failure, 3 threats.
Let's put a setback into the pool and go ahead and take a strain.
Okay.
Stealth is not what we're good at.
Eventually, I'll be good at it.
The universe says no.
You can go ahead and keep moving.
Right or left?
I say let's move this way.
Just being like exceptionally
Oh,
careful
what the
around
hell is
corners.
that?
You see some stalactites.
So it is a stalactite? Okay. And do I see any footprints?
This is hard stone. If you wanted to try, I would let you try to track. It would be survival against 4 difficulty because you're trying to track somebody on hard stone.
Okay. One success.
It seems he didn't go this way. He went the middle route and
Okay.
directly to the southwest.
Okay, so that's where we're gonna go.
This area is dark, but your scanner goggles, and I think one of you is still using a torch.
Honestly, I pull out my training lightsaber in my left hand and I ignite that.
Okay. I'll holster the blaster pistol in my offhand and do the same with the lightsaber I just got.
All right, you guys both look super cool, and you can progress through this mine.
I'm just gonna kind of peek over this
Actually,
way.
if you guys pause for a second, I'm going to increase your reveal range because you have so much light. All right, go ahead.
still able to follow the footprints at all, or no, not really?
Yeah, roughly. You're on the right track.
Okay.
It seems that he or she ran quite hastily through here. And you see another dead mummy.
Okay.
With, lightsaber wounds.
Yep.
And then further south, you come upon what seems to be a small pair of crystals adorning a smaller doorway to a natural-looking cave further down into the earth.
Okay. All right.
Make a perception check for me against 2 difficulty, both of you.
Against 2 difficulty, you said?
Yes.
Two failures and 3 advantages.
1 success, 2 advantage.
You can use those advantages how you'd like.
I will add a boost die.
I think
to
I'm
the
going to
pool.
remove some strain. It's just 2 strain, right? It's just like 1 for 1, right?
Yeah.
With the 1 success, you smell something you haven't encountered possibly in months. You smell plants coming from within here.
Smells like some kind of vegetation. This entire tunnel network is very strange.
Yeah. This is not what I was expecting.
Alright, I'm going to keep your tokens there. I'm just going to duplicate them at the beginning of this part. And actually, I'm going to reveal this whole thing.
Oh, womp rats! I used to shoot those back on my T4.
So the green walls are like the actual walls covered in moss down here. You do see small rodents inhabiting the gateway that you're coming through. And otherwise you see a wide variety of plants and trees and fungi in here. As you look up, you can recognize that the transparent pillars and seats in the stadium are like fiber optic cables that are tunneling sunlight from the
Is that me who
outside
cut
down
out?
here.
No, I think it was him.
Sorry,
Okay.
let me start over. You guys come into this greenery. You do see a few rats on the side inhabiting the gate as you enter, and then around you, you see a number of ferns and shrubs and trees and fungi. From the top, you recognize the clear centers of the pillars and the occasional transparent seats. They're like fiber optic cables tunneling light from the surface down here.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's cool. I can assume, since I don't see him on the map, that Jedi is also not out here.
He hasn't revealed himself, but you can roll survival again. It's going to be easier this time. It's going to be 2 difficulty because it is soft, grassy area.
Here, call out to him. You know people don't like me.
I'm going to give you that setback right now.
Okay, I'm sorry, you said 2 difficulty and a setback?
Yes. You have a boost to the pool if you wanted it.
I'm gonna kind of step forward and just raise my lightsaber up in the air and just be like, "If you're there, we're friends. I know it probably doesn't seem that way, but I promise we're just here to talk. We're just looking for more of our kind."
You can tell he ran southwards where you see a large quadrupedal reptile.
And so do these rats really seem to care that we're here?
They do not seem to bother you, especially with your lightsabers drawn.
In which case, I'm just gonna have to hope. I'll just start.
I'm guessing there was no response from the call out.
No, you don't hear anything in response. You do hear a voice echo along these walls, and you can see the snakes in the west seem to respond in position. But they don't approach just yet. As
And
you
is there an entrance over? Is this an entrance thing right here?
Exactly.
Okay.
And as you approach around there, that's when the reptile turns its head to you.
Just have my lightsaber ahead of me. Does it seem like it's aggressive? If it's just looking at us?
It seems territorial. If you wanted to roll a lore, maybe to like see what you know about this or maybe why it's behaving in this way, it would be against 2 difficulty.
Oh, 3 failures. 3 advantages. I'll add a boost. Well, at least you get rid of your last strain.
Yeah, I'll just take away that last strain then.
Yeah, you're not sure why the Jedi was able to get through here unharassed, but clearly it is protecting something.
Okay. Okay. Going to deactivate my lightsaber, and I'm going to stow my blaster,
I'll do the same.
and I'm just gonna kind of, with like my hands like turned up, I'm just going to kind of like slowly approach and just kind of watch for any sort of reaction.
I'll give you a few options here. You can do this the mundane way, and it would be a survival check against a challenge and a difficulty, plus a setback because you've got no idea what this thing is. Or, I'll allow you to go into experience stat to take the influence force power right now for 5 experience, and roll a force die.
I mean, that is a power I want. Sure, I guess this will be like my moment to like channel the force for maybe the first time in a while.
So I'm going to bring a force die over this table.
I got one. Woo! 1 success. Or 1 light side pip.
You get 1 light side pip. And your character, please describe how you're trying to influence this creature as you feel your feelings touch one another.
I just keep approaching, then just kind of, reacting to as it does, and just kind of reach out one hand.
It grows calm and allows you to put your hand on its snout.
Close my eyes, like, thank you. And then just continue to walk.
You can pass through peacefully.
Nir is just kind of keeping close and not trying to make any sudden movements, make anything worse. And
I knew the dark side of the Force was powerful. I knew it the second you shot that woman in the head.
Oh my god.
You come into an alien zone, as though the sludge and petrichor from the forest north of you, it was all pooling into here, and the dark side suffuses it. Make another fierce check against 3 difficulty. Discipline against 3 difficulty. You've got 2 boosts if you wanted to use it.
Let's both use the boost. And it was 3 difficulty, you said?
Yes.
Discipline. Will?
It's based off will.
Two success and 3 threat.
I'll take that as a setback and 1 strain for you.
And I got 1 success, 2 advantages, and I'll turn that into a boost.
Let's say that our setback and our boost cancel out.
Okay.
So he gets 1 strain. You guys both succeed. You steel yourselves against the darkness in here. And then some bizarre creature reveals itself.
You big, stupid jellyfish.
It floats in the pool in the center and then ascends above it, levitating, appraising you both wordlessly, although malevolence radiates off of its corpus.
You said malevolent?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Something.
Does it seem like more does it seem like an animal, or does it seem like more of an intelligent?
It does seem like a beast of some sort.
I am not getting good vibes off of this thing.
Do I see possibly where the Rhodian or whoever had the lightsaber, I'm assuming it's the Rhodian, ran off?
You can see wet footprints coming out of the water.
And it seems to be looking right at us.
As much as what you can consider its front facing is facing you.
And does it have any real reaction to us so far?
Nothing besides levitating to greet you.
Just kind of wave at it as I'm slowly walking this way.
Do you step into the puddle coming by, or do you try to leap over?
I want to try to leap over that.
Athletics, 1 difficulty.
Alright, I'm gonna do the same.
Well, actually, if...
Is this gonna be the setback die? Is
Actually,
that setback on the next roll?
We said they canceled because you had a boost die.
There are wet footprints going through.
There are.
Then I'll just walk through.
Alright, as you walk through, make a resilience check against 2 difficulty.
Let's see. I want to say that's 2. Oh, you said versus 3 difficulty?
2 difficulty.
Okay.
Or is a 1 difficulty athletics to jump over?
Yes.
I already made my decision. Okay. 2 success, 2 threats.
2 success, 1 threat.
That's going to be 1 setback and 1 strain for you. So you guys both succeed. So you are neither influenced by this terrible goop, and you also manage to leap over without touching it.
Okay.
Now we're going to come all the way over here.
All the way over where? Oh, she.
Through here, the jellyfish does not harass either of you as you go through. And for drama, I feel like this might be a good place to take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and flip your away from keyboards, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
You all break out of that dark side vergence and into what appears to be the depths of an underground river that must have been supplying water upwards to that forested area you were in. And again, the ceiling is penetrated by those fiber optics, tunneling light from the surface. On the high ground, you see a Rhodian with a very large swollen eye appraising both of you. They point and they say, panting, "Where's the girl?"
Dead.
I kind of put my hands up, and I'm just like, she's been dealt with. She was not with us. Well, kind of, but not really.
Are killers.
Not by choice.
I could hear the hesitance in your voice. Why are you following me?
Well, we heard there was another Jedi possibly out here. We came to inspect. That was a Jedi hunter. If you want to find a Jedi, who better to trick into helping you find one than somebody looking to hunt one?
She was just trying to get by. I think I could have escaped her in these tunnels. I doubt she would have gotten through another one of those weird beasts or the reptile.
She had already transported multiple Jedi to the at least one that we know
including younglings.
of, including younglings to the Empire.
And she was trying to retreat and escape, which means she would have lived to hunt another day.
I suppose that is despicable. I am not glad to hear she's gone, but I'm glad to hear that I am safe from her at least. Who are you two?
My name is Nir Sorora. I was a Padawan. And whenever everything happened.
I'm Theros, former Padawan. I left the
Padawan.
order.
Sorry.
Yeah, I stumbled over my words. Former Padawan. Even before the order, I left a few months prior.
His bug
My
eyes wide.
My master was Master Corey Despal. I don't know if that name bears any weight for you.
No, I'm afraid I wasn't on Coruscant when it all went down. Anyway, you can call me Vad. I'm Vad Goo. I don't trust you two yet, but I believe you when you say that you were Padawans once.
Understandable. We're
Can't
just
trust most people nowadays.
out potentially looking for avenues of trust rather than to have it readily available. It's been a long few years.
Yes, it has. I lost my master only a year or so out by the Inquisitors. He told me that the only safe place to hide was in vergences of the Force that would hide us, like if they would glow more brightly than we would in the cosmic force.
I see.
If you two want to hide, I think that it looks like there's enough vegetation for us to eat here and survive for a while. There's running water.
I don't know if... I know at least me, I can't stay in one... I just don't feel like staying in one spot for too long is safe.
I can agree. I think a rest might be nice, but
Well, we
I
can
definitely-
rest here and maybe get to know each other a little bit more.
it sounds good.
Ved
So I am
sits down
am
in the grass.
concerned. I'll come walk over here to this log. So I'm not too close, but a little bit closer, but not too close, and just kind of sit. Just be like, I am concerned though if a simple bounty hunter of Shiri's capabilities was able to find you, that while I understand the logic that your master was presenting, I don't know if that works against more standard tracking methods.
I have never gone this deep in these ruins before. I'm hoping the deeper I go, the safer I'll be. I don't know what that thing was in that room next to us, but these types of barriers are another thing to disincentivize people from coming too far.
You can never disassent... God damn, I cannot fucking speak. Disassensitize. The desperate for credits. I think. And she was not the only one to know of your presence on this planet.
It was hard trying to figure out where the Vessumite temples were. I know that there are more of them, but this was the only one I was able to find. Maybe that's something we could do together. Maybe we would like to explore these ruins together and then possibly find a new place. You say that she found me here, but maybe this will give us hints as to another ruin.
I'll kind of look to Theros and be like,
What do you think?
I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. The only thing I worry about is our return without Shiri. Trying to think. Is there any way that you can think of that perhaps we could bring back to make it believe that you were defeated and killed?
I mean, you have lightsabers. Most people, if they see a lightsaber, they'll be convinced that you killed a Jedi.
I mean, I have a training lightsaber, and that one was in Shiri's pouch, and I don't know how many people she showed that to.
Did she show it to you?
Yes.
I think she did not actually show it to you guys.
Oh,
You saw that she had parts, but it was hidden in her apartment.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And so you can say, no, she didn't show it to anybody.
Okay.
So that might be what you can use to throw off the trail, but if those are your training lightsabers, I could understand why you'd be hesitant to give it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if she just killed some Padawan and you brought the training lightsabers?
That is a possibility.
I'm not giving mine up.
Yeah, I
Means too much to me.
think I can get rid of mine either, unfortunately, but perhaps the lightsaber that she has will suffice, though having actual lightsaber crystal is definitely not something I would like to part with.
It seems that you guys haven't gone deep in through what's in her case. She did have some crystals. You're not sure how active or force sensitive they are.
Oh, okay.
But some of them are cracked. Some of them you haven't experimented with. If you wanted to maybe make some, it would be either a lore to like actually assemble the lightsaber, or mechanics, same thing. This game lets you use lore or mechanics for lightsaber assembly if it's your lightsaber. And the other option is to simply roll your force dice, and maybe you can feel the force moving through it.
Okay.
Why don't we finish investigating this area, also to make sure that we're safe, and then before we head back, then we can come up with a plan. But who knows, we might find something further in that might be able to be convincing.
I don't sense any deception in you when you say this. And he offers you a hand up.
I'll take it.
And you guys can walk on to the next area.
I'll lead the way.
In here, it is thick with pollen. Everybody make a resistance check against 1 challenge, 1 difficulty.
My resilience is no blame.
And now there's some boars to the north of us.
Okay. You got 0 successes, 1 threat.
1 failure, 1 threat.
So you guys are both going to get 1 strain. He seems to resist it. And notice that you guys... So, you guys are both... I think only one of you is actually injured. Are you both injured now?
Yeah, we're both injured, I think.
No, I'm not injured.
Because you used the stim pack.
Yeah.
But you either way, you feel a pain-killing effect as the pollen enters your systems, which makes you guys kind of goofy at the same time. So you're going to be able to ignore any wound penalties, any pain things for the next 12 hours. For the next 24 hours, you're going to get a setback to anything that's going to require fine touch.
Okay. For the next hour, you said? Or 20?
It's next 12 hours for the bonus, 24 hours for the penalty. And then you can all pass through, and then a big reveal. As you come through, you can tell you're not looking at living beings. You're looking at the ghosts of creatures as a part of the living force commingling with the cosmic force of this planet. It is a rich green area suffused with the water of life that Vessum hides from its surface dwellers, and again has the sunlights coming from the surface.
And do these force ghosts seem to really be reacting to our presence?
Make a perception check against 2 difficulty.
Here, much easier to go back. All right, clear.
You said 2 difficulty?
Yes.
All right, 2 success for me.
3 success, 1 threat.
You guys can both tell that they seem to notice you a little bit. For the threat, I'll just give you the 1 strain. They really seem to be going like about their own days, like echoes of their lives that they're reliving over and over for eternity, and that you guys are kind of intruding on it, Groundhog's Day style.
Do they
Oh God.
seem to be like suffering at all because of this, or
Not particularly. To them, they're still alive.
okay.
You don't understand their language, but as the force resonates between you, you can tell that they are all in a good mood, but there is a somber atmosphere that suffuses what's going on.
Just look to
Vad
and be like, you said you haven't been this deep in the caves before?
No, I have not. I think this must be the most powerful versions I've ever encountered.
Definitely for me. Did your master tell you anything about what this place was, or like?
He only knew a little bit about the Vessumites, that they worshipped the moon and water. It seems right now that these people are just going about their lives. And as he mentions this, the seeker in the pond here points to all of you, and then points to the sky, and then puts a stroke across his neck, signifying death, as though he knows that death is coming for them all.
just kind of I don't really know how to react to that, so you just kind of nod.
I'm gonna just continue walking along the path, making sure to not like walk on any plants or anything.
Over here, there are 3 smaller Vessumites being cared to by what appears to be a matronly one, while one who is much more finely dressed than the others is appraising the situation, occasionally scolding the children as they play.
Does Vod really seem to be having any reaction, I guess, different than ours, which is just kind of, staring around in wonder?
He is truly wondering about this place himself. He seems to be comparing the plants to the echo of the plants around him, and he lets you all know that it's like there's a real over the real. Like we're in 2 places or times at the same.
I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna kind of come back to more just like the center of this like nature area and just kind of kneel down, and this is not something I've been good at for a while, but just try to like meditate, like just try and
connect with the area around me, and I'm like really focusing on it.
You can meditate. What is your ally doing? What is Theros doing at the same time?
Theros, I guess he's just kind of like, has any of the other ghosts really reacted to him?
They all have made eye contact with you all, and then like the kids giggle and get on with their things, while the adults kind of like give you that greeting nod.
Kinda, yeah, and then look to, I guess, this guard, and can you understand me?
It's a strange sensation because he does respond to you in Vessumite, but you hear it in your head as though the Force was translating and says, "Yes, of course, brother."
How long have you been here?
I'm coming on my 27th year now. Why do you ask?
Just curious. I've never seen a place like this before.
What are you talking about? You lived here your entire life.
I guess maybe I don't know. Just having trouble remembering that.
Nir, you can roll discipline against 2 difficulty, and we're going to keep this roleplay going on while you do that.
Okay.
Why do you feel challenged? You always said that you had the intuition, a rare gift amongst our people.
I don't guess I woke up this morning in a fog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just I don't know, everything seems so strange and new.
He chuckles and says, "Well, every day is a new day. They always say that the tides come and go." And Nir is meditating. He tries to contact, and then he sees it. He sees the comet coming towards the planet. These people had no idea, except maybe the Force sensitive among them could predict it. But because they were subterranean, they didn't have a strong astronomical significance to them. They had no idea the day they were going to die.
Yes, I'm trying to wonder why this is a force convergence. And by the intuition, can I deduce she means the force, means something else?
Exactly. That what these people called being Force sensitive was having the intuition.
Okay, the intuition. It just, sorry, I don't know why my head is in such a fog today, but how many of us have the intuition?
Oh, I'm not sure about the number. You probably need to go further south to speak to the shaman. He's the one who who learns, and chooses who loses it.
Thank you, brother. And I'm just gonna kind of turn around, walk back, and just kind of go up to Nir, what I imagine is Vod, coming back to him, and I'm gonna be like, I have no idea what the fuck is going on here.
I think this was the day the comet hit.
Well, for some reason they recognize me as one of theirs who has the insight, or the intuition.
Vad seems amused by this and says, "You guys go on. I'm going to try meditating this time."
Yeah, I'm a bit out of practice. I'll chuckle and then head in this way.
He greets you also. He says, "Hey, brother."
It's like, hi. How are you doing today?
Doing as well as always. The dew is fresh, and the mushrooms are crisp.
Gotta love those crisp mushrooms. Ah. Well, I saw you speaking with my friend here. What were you speaking about?
Oh, like he was saying he's feeling uncomfortable. Sometimes the intuition gets to you. I've heard. Has it been bothering you lately?
A bit, yes. It's a sort of a sense of foreboding. You know, it's hard to imagine such a beautiful place on a beautiful day would cause one to be wary.
Indeed, but the shaman always says that it is a curse as much as a blessing. So thank you for holding this burden for us.
You know, we all try to hold what burden we can for others. Some burdens are easier for some, and others are not.
If it grows heavy for you, I suggest you speak with the shaman. Otherwise, I know the intuitives sometimes play in the water arena to the north.
Well, I think speaking with the shaman might be a good idea. It's been a bit overwhelming recently. And you say he's just up ahead?
Oh yes, and he opens the gate for you.
Thank you, brother. Please
There's
continue to enjoy your mushrooms.
There's another rampart, and then to the far south, you can see what appears to be an altar.
Is there another gate here as well?
Yeah, they just let you in. You guys are like family.
Okay. Move in.
The guard waves to you both and steps aside.
Are we able to just move up this?
You are.
It's like just a hill.
And now you can make a perception check against 2 difficulty with 1 setback. That is so sweet. He loves you. He'll be patient.
Right. That is 2 successes for me.
1 success, 2 advantage.
Okay, so what do you want those advantages for?
I think I'm gonna just reduce some strain. Got me back to 1.
So you can both hear through the force that the queen here is asking the shaman how long they have. And then she shushes herself. In there?
And we know this is the queen? Like, do we just get that, like, force sense, kind of?
Yes, she is dressed similarly, but even more so than the princess far north. But yeah, she shushes herself as you guys come around.
Something bothering you, my queen.
There is war and uncertain times in the horizons for us. You know, a queen's duties are never done, and she walks elegantly away.
I wish you peace. I'll kind of step forward.
The shaman looks at you both and says, "Is it time already?"
Sorry, we're having a difficult time today. Time for what?
I'm just gonna kind of...
for the future to end. You two are coming through the cosmic force. You are not from here, but perhaps your past lives were.
Wait, so you see us for who we really are?
He nods his head, and although you can tell he is a force ghost, he seems to have a greater level of cognizance than the other Vessumites.
Then, as much as I hate to be the bearer of bad news, I believe what you're saying is true.
Only such great suffering or great joy would allow you to be here, to have ruptured the force in this way. I cannot say these are good circumstances. We have tried every sacrifice, every ritual, And still, I know our time has come. What does the future know of our people?
Your people are not widely known, I'm afraid. There is evidence of your culture. People do research it. It's just widely known history.
Vessum does still stand, but more as a melting pot of people from around the galaxy.
And this does not make me sad, for what good would it do my dead body to be remembered in the future? I can only live a good life, and that is what I must tell you too. It doesn't matter if you are remembered truthfully, as well, or as good beings, so long as you lived that way. That is the ebb of the Force.
I know we do our best, but sometimes necessity forces our hand for survival.
He nods and gestures towards what is clearly a eviscerated Vessumite on the dais in front of him. Indeed, sometimes necessity calls for atrocities. Are you hoping to stay here, or are you seeking something else of these ruins?
We be lying if I said I knew exactly what we are looking for here.
We knew this place was strong with the force, with the intuition. And we wished to learn what we could.
Then I must tell you to leave for tonight and come back tomorrow morning. I fear that if you stay too long, you'll be caught in the comet's blast.
Oh.
Is there any advice you can give us on our way out?
I'm not sure how the path treads from the future, but the two ways here are through the mining quarters or through the temple quarters. To the north is the temple, starting with the water arena. As you two are intuitive, I'm sure you will find a way to navigate through that trial. And then from there should be relatively straightforward to get to the Colosseum.
All right. We appreciate the help you've given us.
May I ask what might be gained from passing this trial?
I sense the teachings of the Jedis in both of you. I would say that you could likely find some element of your weaponry in that chamber.
Ooh, I like that.
Is there anything we should know about this trial?
It will test both your agility, coordination, and your connection to the Force.
I guess we better get moving.
And you suggest we come back tomorrow? Do you know how much time we have?
He looks at the sundial on the dais and says, "Just a few hours now, I predict. If you come in the morning, we may have half a day."
Well, I think it'd be maybe wise to come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
As eager as I am to face this trial, we don't know what'll happen if the blast happens.
The Convergence is limited to this floor. If it still stands, the water arena should be unaffected by the comet's recursion.
Oh. Well, never mind then.
Well, then let's get moving.
May the force be with you.
May the force be with you. I'll bow to the shaman and
Yeah, I
take my leave.
give a little bit of a nod.
And you can bring your guys back north to to Vad. And as you come around the corner, Vad gasps. He stands up and he comes to you guys and says, "We need to leave. It's going to... This is it. This is like you said, the comet is going to strike today."
Yes, it is, but there's apparently a trial that we can...
We just
Take.
spoke with the shaman, and he said that the convergence only affects this area.
Then I
We
suppose
should be able to move on, and we should be okay.
we could go the way we came, or we could explore, you said, through the water arena to the north?
You did say the water arena held a trial for those like us.
I don't think that they are talking about knighthood, but it hasn't been a while since I've tested myself outside of survival.
Yeah, I don't think they're referring to knighthood either, but perhaps there is something to be gained from it. Unless you're feeling like we should head back.
No. I don't see the advantage to heading back exact time. If we move on, we might at least learn something.
And as you all cross through the threshold, you feel the vergence end, and after maybe a 30-foot walkway, you come upon this area. There's only a single pillar of light coming from the center, and then it reflects in and out. Let me get my description for this room. This room has alternating platforms that are raising and lowering with the gushing of water between multiple statues. You can tell that you're supposed to use your skills to navigate and the force to move the water out of your way. So like from where you guys are right now, that water is kind of stationary, like it's flowing very vigorously, and then the next stone pillar, like stone ring, is moving up and down in regular intervals. Same thing with the central pillar, moving up and down. And then those like chains of water are gushing water coming between the statues that are blocking your path.
And the goal is to cross the room, pretty much? Or is it not apparent yet?
It is not apparent. It would either be you need to navigate it to get to where you're going, or possibly get to the center to activate something.
Well,
Bad asks if either of you wants to go first, or if he should try something.
shall we? And is there any way that I can do like a leadership type check to kind of inspire
Yeah.
everybody?
Before that, do you guys want to roll cool or discipline to recover any more strain?
Sure.
I will roll cool. I have crap discipline.
Successes and an advantage.
Or successful and advantage.
So that's a bunch of strain recovered.
Alright. Alright. And just to make sure I understood you correct, we do have this water flowing in between a bunch of things, and then
Yes.
this ramp is going up and down.
As is the one in the center.
Yeah.
And am I able to do that leadership inspiration thing?
Yeah. Mostly you're looking for advantages to give people bonuses.
Pretty much, yeah. Just
Difficulty 2.
one success, 2 threat.
I'll say that the threats and the success cancel each other out. So you do give people a little bit of a pep talk, but then they hear that rushing sound and the crushing sound of the earth. It's like maybe we could do it, but it might hurt.
Okay. Frick it. I'll step forward.
It would
And
be
I'm-
an athletics against 1 red and 2 purple, unless
1
you
red.
want to try to describe anything else you're going to try to do. Just to like jump and clamber up it as it comes down to your height.
Obviously, just like how Nir is not great at meditation, I am not great at connecting with the Force. I'm pretty sure what happened earlier was a fluke, but I'm just going to do a breathe in, breathe out, close my eyes, and then just kind of try to. Just gonna do it.
All right.
And he said, I'm sorry, how many difficulty and challenge again?
1 challenge, 2 difficulty.
Oh, I failed.
You do fail, so you're going to take 1 wound as you jump and you smack your head, and then kind of float back to the beginning. 1 wound, 1 strain.
1 wound, 1 strain? Okay.
Vad says he wants to try to help next time, and he begins to find his center. Who's jumping next?
I guess I'll go.
I'm going to roll force dice for him. He's going to try to use force move to support you as you jump. Same thing, athletics against a challenge, 2 difficulty.
It's enough threat.
You guys see Veer sweat, and despite not being sensitive in the Force, you can feel the dark side radiate off of him. He strains himself to save you. As you're about to strike, he touches the dark side of the Force and pulls you back before you hit hard.
This is great, guys. We're doing great.
This is harder than it
You know what,
looks.
Vad? How about you try, and then perhaps we can, if you can make it over there, you can assist us from that end.
Do you have any Sith rope?
I believe I do.
Oh, good. I don't think I do.
Yes,
Well,
I have 3 instances of synth rope.
Here, give me one of those so I can throw you a line when I get up there.
Okay, I'll hand one over.
He does use the Force. He leaps up, like he gives you both a small instruction on what you had forgotten, on how to enhance yourself through the Force, and then he makes a leap. If either of you would like to go into experience debt to purchase the enhanced Force power, that would be fine right now.
I already went into force, did I?
You can do it further.
What is that one?
That's the one where you like increase your abilities, and eventually you can like dedicate a force die to like brawn or agility.
The basic one is you can roll a Force rating when you roll athletics, and you can spend pips for successes or advantages.
I'm just going to
And would that have the like mentor?
Yeah, you guys should already be getting the mentor discount on it.
Yeah, so it would be just 5 XP.
Just 5
for
XP.
that? Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
And now you guys both are, your relationship with the Force is starting to remature. You can roll again with the Force pip, or the Force dice, and 2 bonus. The 1 boost because he gave you instruction, and the other boost because he's throwing you the line.
Okay, so 2 boosts plus the force die, and then my crap athletics, and then you said it was 1 challenge and 2
2 difficulty.
difficulty, right? Right.
He pulls you up and you can recover another strain, or you can put a boost on to your ally.
I'll give a boost to my ally.
Are you going to try Theros?
Oh my god. I didn't roll a single. Alright. I once again just bloop, bounce off as ledges continue to be the bane of my existence.
He contacts the dark side of the Force again, and this time he pulls you up. So rather than failing, you feel a dark grasp hold you, and it chills you to the core that you are maybe corrupting this Rhodian as he tries to help you guys.
Bad. You don't. It's fine. It's embarrassing. It's fine. I don't need. Don't.
We already lost enough of us 7 years ago.
I agree, but it's just a way of losing another. You're not gonna lose me just because I smack into a wall.
I'm
I really
sorry.
don't run that fast.
I didn't mean to be afraid of losing a friend so fast.
I understand.
He asks where you'd like to go next. He suggests maybe you could use the Force to cut these pathways, kind of like moving it out of the way. If either of you are talented in that, here's a third opportunity to go into experience debt if either of you want the move basic power.
Oh man, I really want my fighting style though. Oh.
You don't need to buy it right now. You can buy it later. I'm just giving you if you want to, like, in the moment, but you can say, like, he tries to teach you guys, and, like, it doesn't seem to click. Maybe you're already stressed out from the past 5 days of rough travel.
Yeah, I don't. As much as I would like it, I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I would really
not.
like to, but I just need to get my Shien fighting style.
And so he is going to ask you which direction you'd like him to try and part. Left or right?
And which way are we going? We're going.
It's up to you.
Like this
You
way?
haven't really decided which way you're going.
Okay. Are we able to like jump across here, or
You can. It would be another athletics against the 1 challenge to difficulty.
what if I move over here? Can I examine kind of like how these statues are emitting the water?
Yes. So it's going to be a mechanics check against 2 difficulty.
I'm gonna look at it and be like, yeah, Theros, this might be a little more up your alley. You want to take a look at this?
Alright, you said 2 difficulty?
Yes.
Alright, I got 2 successes and an advantage, and I'll use that advantage to boost my ally's next move.
Alright, so we got a boost hanging out right now. So you can tell that these are operating at a much higher pressure than they're supposed to. Probably because of all the glacial melt going into the underground rivers. These are now having like several, maybe hundreds of thousands of tons of extra pressure going through them. This trial is not supposed to be as dangerous as it is right now, is basically what you can tell. And probably it was like a much more gentle up and down 3,000 years ago.
So this pressure, like if we get hit by it, it's gonna really hurt.
Yeah, like it's like fire hose pressure.
So it won't kill me, but it'll hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had that before.
Yeah, me too.
Not a good time.
And is there ever a point where this level and this level are ever even?
Sometimes the middle one is even lower than you. If you'd like to roll coordination against one challenge, one difficulty instead, because you're basically taking like the easy way down.
So, I'm actually having a different idea. When it gets below us, I'm going to jump into the stream and see if I can get it to propel me over there.
I see what you're saying. So let's still make it coordination because it's about timing plus a boost.
Okay. Okay, so let's see.
And there's that one
What is
boost in the pool.
Well, I gave that. I only had one advantage, so I don't know if I
Okay,
can
so
use
that's
it.
going to be for him then.
Yes.
Be for Nir.
Nation. Also bad. Eat. Alright, and he said plus a boost. And what was the difficulty on that?
One challenge, one difficulty.
Come on.
You make it.
One success.
The water is super cold, but you come out of there, and after a few breaths, you are now in the center. In the center of this entire thing, you do see what maybe seems like a pearl or a round crystal in the center of the pool here.
Okay. And does it look like I have enough space to like reach for it?
In theory.
I will slowly begin to see if I can get it.
Roll a force die.
Oh, man.
Do you want to? Do we have any destiny points for you to use?
Don't we only have 2 destiny points?
And they're both dark side right now.
They're both dark, yeah.
So you cannot use the dark side of the force to do this. Your character is able to touch it, but it is holding itself into place.
Okay.
I'll let you, if you want to take a wound as like the water gives crushing pressure, if you want to roll it again, to try again. You get 1 force pip, and you are able to relinquish it from the force powers keeping it in place. The waters don't stop, but you do take a small round crystal out.
I took 1 wound, right?
Yes.
Alright. And I just kind of turn around.
That gives you
Like-
2 thumbs up.
And I'm like, now what?
Well, they said that past the trial, like the water arena, was a temple, right?
Something like that. And Vad begins to meditate again. He says, I'm going to try to clear these paths for you. And he seems to strain again and refuses the dark side this time. No, sorry. I think I've lost focus, fellas. I don't know if you want to try again before I try again, or how you want to proceed.
Let's see. Did they, we were speaking to the shaman, did he say the temple was like this way or this way?
He said that the reward room was to the north, and that the Colosseum was to the east.
Okay, which...
That's east.
And this is north? Okay.
This is north.
Alright. Oh, let's see. I am... Is there any way that I could, like, jump over the water, or crawl under it, or slide under it, or...
Jumping over would be athletics, and we're using that same athletics is going to be in both those cases going to be a challenge and 2 difficulty, coordination to try and slide under.
Okay. And it's still a challenge and 2 difficulty either way, right?
Make it 2 challenge and 1 difficulty. I'm going to flip a dark side point.
Okay. I'm gonna try and slide under it, I think.
Coordination, 2 challenge, 1 difficulty.
And right now I'm going for, like, trying to slide under... Well,
And you also get a boost.
why?
From me, you get a bit.
I don't know why my token is, like, freaking out. Yeah, that's kind of where I was trying to go. Alright, let's see. Oh, God. 1
Dude.
success, 1 advantage, and a despair.
So you do succeed. What do you want to spend that advantage on?
I think I'll give a boost to my ally. I think I'm gonna give it to Vad, actually.
Nice. So
Theros a little bit farther along.
for the despair, I need to like have one of your things blown off. I'm going to say that. What are you carrying from Shiri?
Well, I'm carrying everything from Shiri.
Everything?
I have the lightsaber.
Oh, yeah, let's see.
Yeah, I think I just had the basic lightsaber. That was all I grabbed. from her.
I'm going to say you lose your training lightsaber. It gets pushed into the water and submerges deeply.
I'm just gonna like look over it. Can I still see it down there? Like, is this water that's like in the rings? Is it like
It's
just like standing?
It's between 30 and 60 feet, depending on which moment you are in the cycle. I'll get him in 15 minutes.
Damn it!
You can always do your, you could do your force deficit.
I'll feed him. Vad tries again, and he manages to break the water with the force here and here.
Okay.
So if you want to go further, you can just go in no roll anymore. He is supporting you.
Can I still take the force move thing,
Yes.
or has that time passed?
This entire scene is the time.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll take force move, and then whenever I'm within, because the training lightsaber is still at 0, right?
Yes, they're all 0.
Okay, then whenever we're at like the lowest point and I'm closest to it, I want to try to reach out and move the lightsaber to me.
This is just a force rating roll. You need white pips. Would you like to spend a dark side point, a strain, and a conflict in order to get your sniper?
Yeah. So I take 1 conflict and 1 strain, right?
Yes, and then you do touch the dark side of the Force. I think your character was fearful that he was going to lose his prized possession, and then retrieves it.
Oh, okay. That sucks. Okay. All right. And then I'll like look around and be like, "Hey."
Vahad's eyes are shut. Otherwise, I'm sure he would give you the double thumbs up again. Do you continue advance?
I will. Yeah, I'll try to.
Theros can get here if he want, because he only broke this water.
Oh wait. Okay, I thought you said this.
He broke this one on this path.
Oh, okay.
I'll turn around and I guess now that I have force move, I'll try and break the path.
Try it.
Nope, that didn't fall.
Oh,
Doesn't
you're too conflicted, Padawan.
Was Theros like to try a athletics or coordination? If you do athletics, you could cross over the water at the same time. The coordination from where you are, you can't really coordinate your way up to that next ring, but you can coordinate yourself under the stream to be here.
Yeah, why not? And that was what was the roll in that again? 2 difficulty or 2 challenge?
For coordination, it was 1 challenge, 1 difficulty.
Okay. Oh no! Well, I made it under, but then I got a despair.
You did, and so you're going to lose Shiri's wrist blasters, the dart launchers.
Okay.
And you take a strain.
Are those silhouette 0?
They are.
Can I try and grab those?
I'll let you try it like with a coordination first, and then if necessary you can try to use the force. It's going to be against 4 difficulty because your character's not expecting this, and they're awkwardly shaped and wet.
Nope.
Oh,
failure, 3.
So it's going to be 1 setback and a strain, and go ahead, roll 2 force, move it out.
Come on.
Cocked.
You want me to reroll that?
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
Just mouse over, and R is probably the easiest way. Alright, dark side pip, and no destiny.
Like that, Harris.
So you are unable to commune with the Force and beg it to retrieve these things for you yet. Maybe on the way back. This time, Vad says, Theros, go ahead and jump. I'll try to help you this time.
Right. That. Alright, 2 success, 2 threat.
You do succeed, but he grips you too hard as he tries to help you with the Force, and you're going to take 2 strain.
Okay.
It's a simple hop down from here.
Can I see? Is there any? Can I like make a check to see if there's any sort of mechanism or anything that we could pull to like disable the trial, or?
No need to roll. Your character can tell that you probably have to like physically destroy things. Most of the mechanisms are overloaded hydraulics hidden in the walls and the system.
Okay.
So if you destroyed some of these statues, that would probably cause a sudden rush and like flood this entire room, but would stop the erratic movement.
probably don't want to do that.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna look at Vad. See if he's gonna head on over.
He says he saw that you learned a thing or two today. Would you mind helping me? And he asks you to clear one of these paths for him.
Yeah, for sure. Do you want to, yeah, I'll do my best. Well, hold on, let's see. But it was R, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you contact the voice this time. That's 2. I'm going to let you, with one hand, like most impressively, block one of these fields, and the other hand, pick up that dart launcher, kind of showing off.
Oh, awesome.
This is for his athletics. And you did block it for him, so he's going to jump up and trip a little bit and not get like totally blasted out. He's in the water. He's doing that weird movement thing.
Can I drop my rope down to him?
Yeah, he kind of bubbles over and is going to climb out on your side.
Wasn't that fun, everyone?
He coughs up water and says he wishes he was Mon Calamari instead.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Can
you
I
said
really
it was
tell what that crystal is in my hand?
It would be a lore, or like before, you could try to use the force and see if you can feel through it. If you're like Susie's saying, is this a lightsaber crystal?
Actually, just... Oh, no, it didn't stop rolling! Oh.
So
Just kidding. It was a dark side. Just imagine, I was like, no, it didn't stop!
you can't tell whether the crystal is inert or not. Vod says, we've come this far, may as well check out this room to the north. And like I said,
Yeah.
this side, it's at a more intermediate level than the low area you came from, so it's just a simple maneuver over.
Okay.
Okay. Let's hop over then.
You come upon a room that you can can see without your scanner goggles because it has the same sky roofs. It has a small amount of lily pads, grass, moss, and in the center of this pillar there appears to be some kind of artifact. On a meta note, do you guys recognize this thing?
I do not.
It looks oddly familiar, but I don't know.
That's where I'm at. Like, I think it was in the Knights of the Old Republic somewhere. Like, that's where my mind has wandered. I've asked every Star Wars game that has gone this far, or this kind of far. I sneak this in to be like, what is this thing? And it's just a simple series of steps up. You guys can climb if you want to check out this artifact.
Yeah, and he referred to this as the temple, right?
He did.
Yeah, my token's still doing the
This is
weird
the-
thing. But yeah, I want to go up there.
The Temple of Ebb and Flow.
Is there any like any markings I could read on it, or
That could be a lore against 2 difficulty and 2 setback because you don't speak Vessumite.
okay? I have a thing for that, I think. Let's see. Okay, what did you say it was?
2 difficulty, 2 setback.
Okay, I'm going to use this ability I have as a war leader that says once per session remove 2 setback dice from any one check.
Nice.
You said lore, right?
Yes.
Do we have any boosts available? I don't think we do.
I don't think so.
I don't.
2 success.
It's not a Jedi holocron. It appears to be a Vessumite holocron with many secret teachings of the Force within it.
And Nir just kind of like, his eyes kind of shoot open a bit, and he's like, I think it's some kind of holocron. Not like the ones that we're more used to, but same kind of thing.
Could be worth looking into, especially one this old.
Yeah, we should be careful. We don't really know if what kind of secrets it might hold.
Thad agrees and thinks that this might be the appropriate place to try to attune to it. I think this is a good place to end the session also.
Alrighty.
Did you guys have a good time?
Yeah.
Let's roll conflict.
Do we have to?
You gotta.
Oh man. Okay.
I hope I roll a 10. I did!
Wow, you did. So your
I
morality
did
doesn't
not.
change.
Because you didn't believe in yourself like I did.
So it's going to be 15 morality lost for Nir. Still a gray Jedi, but the weight of your action seems to weigh on you.
It's more of a darker gray.
That is 15 experience for everybody. You guys got really far. Any stars or wishes for next session?
No, I kind of like the direction we're going in.
Yeah, and it's definitely definitely been interesting. Not what I was expecting for sure.
I was expecting
But,
to kill what's her face, waiting
yeah,
for it
that-
the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure what your intentions were with her, so I just kind of like kept it open.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as I found out she
I
killed younglings, I was like, oh yeah, no mercy.
Yeah, I probably wasn't going to execute her exactly like that, but I probably would have let her wake up, been like, hey, explain this, and this to me. And then if she was like, oh yeah, dude, I just love killing children, I'm like, alright. And then blasted.
So, if she had managed to help you kill the mummy, maybe she would have survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So
At least a
it
little.
would have been like I was just gonna let the mummy keep attacking her, but then I was like, man, that mummy's really fucking hitting hard. So maybe I should keep her alive for now.
Yeah, that was kind of my intent as well. And then when she tried to run away, I was like, no, we can't let her get away. That's not an option.
I think between now and next session, the only kind of actions you guys can have is investigating the data pad from Shiri, investigating this artifact, investigating that crystal. I'll let you guys try each of those things once between now and next session. Take your time. After you figure these things out, what direction do you think you're going next?
It's hard to say because I don't know how it's gonna end up here.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of hard to say. I know we'd probably want to head back to town, probably sell some of Shiri's crap that we don't need.
Possibly turn in some quote-unquote proof that we killed a Jedi, and whatever credits come with that.
Yeah, maybe. Didn't we say something about maybe like trying to see if there was any. Oh, sorry. Bounty top jobs for the Empire, so we can see if
Oh yeah.
maybe use that as a means to meet some people that are not fond of the Empire.
So that's all for Empire stuff. There's these 3 points in here. You can investigate the light side force version, so that little forest area with the Vessumites. There's that dark side force versions. There's the few rooms you haven't checked out yet. And cool. We'll just get all that for in 2 weeks.
Yep.
That sounds awesome.
Who's going to flip the table?
It's been a while since I did it. So let's see. Man, I want to know how you did it, because you had a really good flip last time. Now I'm gonna get to the corner like this.
That was a pretty good one. The table went way out. Those boards could have done more. All right, hey.
Yeah, and the board just sat still. It was like, no.
All right. Great game, guys.